Hey guys, it's Ruby, and welcome to episode 81 of my Feed the Beast Machine tutorial series. Today we're going to be taking a look at all the different energy cells and energy conduits within thermal expansion. So to start out, we really need to understand that there's four different types for four different levels of tech progression. So your first one will be your Leadstone, or Leadstone, whatever you want to call it, energy cell. This one holds 400,000 RF and it has a max of 80 RF per tick in and out. So all of the user interfaces are the same for all of them, except the only difference will be that you can put some higher than the others. So you can shift click to go up by thousands. Of course this one can only go up to 80, so you're not really ever going to see that. You can control click and do 5s, or you can just click it and it'll do 10s, or 30s, I'm sorry. And in this middle part is going to be your energy storage within it. You can also tell it by this front part right here, is that as it gets more and more depleted or more charged, this will actually go further up on the block. And your next one is your Hardened energy cell. This one actually holds 2 million RF, and it has a max of 400 and 400. Your next one is your Redstone energy cell, and this one holds 10 million, and has a max of 2000 and 2000. Then your last one that currently exists within the game is the Resonant energy cell. This one holds 50 million RF and has a max of 10,000 RF in as well as out. If we go ahead and take a look at the building recipes for these, a lot of these will use the previous progression one in its recipe. So for example, this one of course being the first one, is that you're going to have 3 copper ingots, a redstone conductance coil, and then a leadstone energy cell frame, which is 4 lead, 4 glass, and a block of redstone. The next one is going to be your Hardened energy cell, and this one is just a leadstone energy cell, so the actual thing, not the frame, surrounded by 4 Invar ingots, and that's going to give you your Hardened energy cell. Your next one is your Redstone energy cell, and this one you're going to need a couple more machines for this one, because it's going to take electrum, lead, a redstone conductance coil, which is electrum and redstone, and then to make the frame you have to actually supply it with 4000 MB of redstone. Each redstone gives you 100. So then you put this in a fluid transposer and it'll give you the frame that's full of redstone. To make the frame, it's 4 hardened glass, a diamond, and then 4 electrum. The last one, of course, is the Resonant energy cell, and this one takes a full redstone energy cell, so an actual crafted one, as you can see, and it takes 4 endurium, or endurium, however you want to pronounce it. And to make endurium, you pretty much need pyrotherium dust and endurium blend. Endurium blend is 410 and a bucket of ender, and then pyrotherium is blaze powder, redstone, coal, and then glowstone or sulfur. The cool things about these energy cells is that as long as you use a conduit, you can always convert all of the different powers to Buildcraft MJ or just use it as RF. So for example here, I have a steam dynamo that's hooked up to an aqueous accumulator, and I don't have any coal coke in there right now, but if I go ahead and put some in there, it also takes coal. That's a possibility as well. This will actually start producing energy, and if we watch this, we can actually see it slowly go up. Now, since this is such a huge energy cell, you won't really notice for a while, but as long as you have the conduit set up correctly and you have this blue side as the input, you'll be good. So to go over the configuration options, pretty much your blue is going to be your input, then you have your yellow, and then you have your orange. So always make sure that these are set correctly. And to kind of show you, here I have 2 energy cells, and one is fully charged and one is not. Now you notice I have the conduits hooked up, but they aren't actually charging to one another. So if I take this one and I set the config to the yellow, nothing happens. If I set it to orange, nothing happens. Set it to blue, nothing happens. Well, that's because this one is misconfigured. So if we set this one to yellow, you'll notice the conduit actually doesn't even connect. So if we set it to orange, it'll connect, and you'll see this one will actually start getting charged very much quicker than the dynamo. And if we give it a couple seconds, you'll actually see it pop up here, but this will usually take a while because this one does hold 50,000 RF. But if we were to grab another one, like let's say a leadstone one, and we replace it, you can see it's going to get charged. Now this one will only intake 80, so it won't be quite as quick because this one can't intake 10,000 RF a tick. the next part to go over is actually the conduits themselves. So unlike these, you actually have only 3. The Resonant energy cells don't have a conduit to match. The Redstone energy conduit is actually pretty much your last conduit that you can use. So to start off with, we have the Leadstone energy conduit, and if we take a look at this one, you can actually shift click over it, and it'll tell you that this one holds 80 RF a tick. You craft this one by 6 redstone, 2 lead, and then a piece of glass, and you get 6 per crafting recipe. Your next one is your Hardened energy cell, and if we hover over this one, we can see that this one does 400 RF a tick, and you actually make this one by taking 1 Leadstone energy conduit, a piece of redstone, and then 3 Envar nuggets, which is just every Envar ingot that you have will be 9 nuggets. The last one is of course the Redstone energy conduit, and if we shift click over this one, you'll actually see that it transfers 10,000 RF a tick, which is as fast as this one can charge. And if you actually look at it now, you can see the progress on the side of it. And this one is made from 2 Electrum and hardened glass. Now you'll see you're actually only getting the empty conduit, and you're not getting this full conduit. That's because you actually need to give this thing redstone. So if we go ahead, let's just take one of these for now. Here I have a magma crucible and a fluid transposer. If you guys are interested in tutorials for these, just search on my channel. I have some for them. And you'll see I have 2 redstone in here. If I go ahead and flick this lever, it'll go ahead and melt the redstone down. Now I have this set to its output and this side set to its input, which is default, and it went ahead and came over here. You'll see that we got destabilized redstone within here. If we go ahead and throw that conduit in here, it'll go ahead and fill it up and then produce us a full conduit. Now it takes 2 redstone per conduit, so it's pretty easy to do the math with. One thing to always remember and to very keep in mind whenever you're working with energy cells is that these will reset their state if you don't get rid of them correctly. So for example, we can see here that this Resonant energy cell has a lot of RF saved up. If I was to use my wrench on this and I shift right click, we'll actually get it with the charge. So you can see this has 6 million saved up. And if we go ahead and pop it down, it'll start charging once again. Now if I take a pickaxe, for example, and I break this, you're actually going to lose your charge. So here, look, charge is 0 out of 50 million RF. So always make sure that you use a wrench. Don't ever break these with your pick, because you pretty much just wasted energy. That's going to be it for today's tutorial. If you have any questions, feel free to leave it down in the comments below. And if you did enjoy this video, a rating is always very much appreciated. And subscribe, as I always have new Feed the Beast videos coming out almost every other day, if not every day. Thank you.